Welcome to Stormy Willow, where we explore the paranormal, celebrate the odd, and never trust the living. I'm your host, Adele, collects rocks and rejects people.
Very true statement. And I'm your host, Sarah, creeping it real.
All right, let's creep it real this week.
Let's creep it real. Happy Pride Month, everybody. It's June 1st.
Yeah, it's officially June. Gemini season is in full swing.
Yep.
Pride season is in full sachet.
That's right. That's right.
So, summer vibes.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, the future and celebrating things,
Oh.
kind of cool, but also scary, I got for booger news today.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. This is from collapse.com with a K. So Japan grows life without a womb. Goats float, humanity panics. Thanks, science.
Oh, no.
In May, so just yesterday, like last month, May 2025, Japan quietly rewrote the rule book on reproduction. Researchers at Gentindo University have developed the world's first fully functional artificial womb. Not an incubator, not life support, but a synthetic uterus capable of sustaining mammalian embryos from early development to birth. And yes,
No, wait. What?
they tested it on a goat and it was successful.
So you would just walk into this lab and there's just like this uterus.
Well, I don't think
With people.
Like
what?
I think it looks like that.
Did?
It's probably more like a big, like, I don't know, cryogenic chamber of like fluids.
Just like a detached uterus is what I'm seeing.
No, it's more like I would imagine it's more like Demolition Man, like when they're like frozen in those tubes, but it's not frozen.
So we have a baby goat.
Yeah, and these weren't like premature rescues. This was kind of the original idea for this technology. It was like, what if you have really premature births or babies in crisis that need longer in this device?
Yeah.
But it's worked so well that you could kind of pass the uterus altogether now.
What will MAGA say?
Oh God, I don't know if they know yet because this is Japan. So these weren't, there again, premature rescues. These were embryos grown from the start in fluid-filled biobags, complete with synthetic amniotic fluid, oxygenated support systems, and, the creepiest part to me, AI-assisted fetal monitoring. This is, for the first time, gestation has occurred completely outside of a living being. And the implications are nothing short of reality breaking.
Wow.
That's pretty creepy. But yeah, this isn't science fiction. This is happening. In a sterile, softly glowing pod, tiny lives were nurtured while AI tracked their heartbeats and growth. The system replicated umbilical flow, regulated temperature and pressure, and even removes fetal waste. Everything a human womb does without the pesky human part. And the tone, disturbingly gentle. Researchers describe it less like machinery and more like a technical sea, softly rocking its synthetic children. That's a little bit unsettling. And yeah, so many questions. So Japan's leap into full, what they call ectogenesis, opens up endless medical possibilities and in a minefield of moral chaos, of course, right?
Of course.
Like, whoa, this is really trippy. So what right does a fetus have in the machine or born of a machine? Who consents to termination when there's no body involved? Could reproduction become corporized? Could this become the way you can kind of sell eugenics, or worse, could this become like a commodity to where, like, I don't know, it makes me think of like Gattaca, where you can get like these super engineered children versus the shitty, regular, natural born children who just,
Yeah, it's like this perfect generate like utopia. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, we can't even handle this. Like, we're not ready
right.
for these
So, one
questions.
question is, will this empower parents or hand over baby making to billionaires? Which I think is probably more the reality of where this bullshit millennium's going to go.
Probably.
And this could, sorry, democratize parenthood for those unable to carry, which is
Yeah.
a good thing, right? And queer couples, you can have your biological children technically without a surrogate,
Yeah.
as well as like trans people, non-binary folks. So that's kind of like an interesting offering that families didn't have before. Or it could be like way worse and just get into this whole conundrum of reproductive injustices and surveillance and designer babies, essentially.
Um,
So it could be a wonderful dream or a horrifying nightmare, is the way I see it.
I think
Um,
it's one of those things, where it's like the science is so awesome and like I think it could help so many babies and people. But like you said, just like with AI, with everything, it falls into the wrong hands and then you have a complete disaster on your hands. And
yeah,
that's the part that really sucks is I mean, I think the science is like, wow, like it really has the potential to help and do wonderful things.
I think
But
that's my concern, and I think that's kind of the struggle we're seeing, especially in the United States, is you need to stay in your lane. Let the medical people do this stuff. I think we'll be fine, but you keep getting all these billionaire jackasses in the mix, and they keep fucking up the entire world.
yep,
Nobody's doing jack shit to stop them. So that's my
exactly.
two freaking cents. I think it's going to be a disaster because
Yeah.
people are greedy.
I
Um,
agree. I think it has the potential to be like really life changing for people.
And even just the convenience. How many women
Yeah.
probably are like, I don't want to have a kid because I don't have time for that. I
Do
don't
you
want to
know
do
how
that.
many women I have talked to just, in life that are like, I wouldn't mind having a child, but there's no way I would want to go through pregnancy. I've heard that from so many different women and it's valid, like pregnancy is my friends that I've witnessed have babies and what their bodies go through. It is unfreaking real. And if you
Yeah.
didn't have to,
Or even
or
like
what
Still
if you couldn't?
Magnolias. Still
Yeah,
Magnolias. That ending, the ending to that movie would have been so different if Shelby had the option for this.
yeah, that's so
So,
true. Yeah,
um, but why did Japan start doing this in the first place?
yeah, why?
Question. So Japan's not just leading this charge because it can, it's leading it because it must.
Oh,
So with one of the world's lowest birth rates and a
wow.
culture structure that often punishes pregnancy, uh, Japan's artificial wombs aren't just futuristic, they're a national survival strategy. Decoupling childbirth from biology might be the only way forward. And while we're over here asking, is this ethical? Japan is asking, is this scalable?
Very, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, I think a future without pregnancy is now technically possible.
Yeah.
Could be good, but I think it's going to be horrible because of the greedy nature of everybody running
Well,
everything.
it's like nothing can be wonderful anymore because of these people.
Yeah, they've literally taken
And
all of the
don't
color
even
out of
consider
the
what the
world.
price tag will be on something like this. Like, so like if you are one of those people that this could really benefit, would you even be able to afford it?
Right. And then I just feel like even further down the road, like let's say the kid becomes something amazing, then that company is going to fight you over parental rights is the kind of
Oh
bullshit
yeah,
I
like
also
we,
see.
it's almost like, well, we made this child, you did it.
Yeah, like that child is actually ours.
So
You were just kind of
there's definitely going to be some weird things there. I mean, I just feel like it's 2025 and in our country, I mean, we still think that not all people are created equal. I can't even imagine our government trying to debate something like this. I'm like, we're not ready.
Yeah. I mean, and I've been saying for a long time that I don't think a lot of people really understand what a game changer AI is. And I think this is reflective of that. I mean, now we are no longer born of women. We are going to be bioengineered. That's
Huge.
huge. That's the first time in human beings ever doing things like this. It's beyond Rome and the fall of Rome. Everybody always goes back to that, but it's beyond Egypt. This is like The future's now. Here we are. This is the space age. This is Star Trek-y kind of shit. And it's right
It
now.
is. It's
And
crazy.
everything's gonna change because of this.
All those movies we used to watch in the 90s.
Yeah, thanks, Paul, for all the action flicks. Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah, we're
literally
ready.
like the Terminator, right? Like, what if these machines are
Take
making
over.
people? It's
Yeah,
literally like the Matrix coming true. I think it's creepy.
it's a lot. It's a
Um,
lot.
as good as it could be, I think it's so sinister.
Yeah.
But
Humans aren't ready for it.
yeah, just let us know what you think, though.
Yeah. You might have a completely different perspective.
I
Let's
hope
hear
so. But yeah, so that's happening in Japan. Should we see what's going to be happening next week in the stars?
Let's do it. It's the first week of June, so let's see what the planets have in store for us.
Yeah, so here's your astro forecast for June 2nd through the 8th, 2025. What does that
Ooh.
even mean for people's natal charts if they're engineered? We don't even know.
Yeah, like what would that do? Like,
Oh God, and no, they're gonna try to do it faster. I wonder if they can get it lower than 9 months.
oh my
Like,
God.
oh my God, this is
Just stop. Just stop it. I'm
this
pulling the
is the
plug
future.
on
All
it.
right, but let's just focus on this week. So this week's sky, earthy twitches, sweet distractions, and a mental mic drop that turns into an emotional spiral.
Oh,
Well, it's a
shit.
week of two moods in true Gemini fashion.
Damn it.
So, Monday, June 2nd, dust in the details. Virgo quarter moon kicks off the week with nitpicky vibes.
Oh,
Will feel the itch to fix something. Maybe your kitchen drawer, maybe your whole life. Don't overthink it. Forecast high chance of lists, which I love. Scattered thoughts with bursts of hyper focus. So,
okay.
doesn't sound too bad.
Okay. I mean, it is going to be a Monday, so,
Yeah,
whatever.
sounds like a typical Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, June 3rd, static pressure builds. So, no major transit on that day, but tension simmers. You may feel stuck between doing all the things and none of the things.
Mm,
Accept the limbo. It's a pause, not a problem. So, just lean
okay.
into the pause. Overcast with organizing urges. Vibe will be low key existential to do list.
Okay.
On
Noted to do.
Wednesday, June 4th, brain freeze incoming. So your mind starts buzzing as Mercury warms up in Gemini. Expect double texts, rabbit holes, and light gossip. Everyone's got something to say. Some of it is helpful, some of it not so much.
Hmm.
So forecast windy, words scatter, mind races. Bookmark your thoughts. Thursday, June 5th, calm before the love quake.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Venus is wrapping up her time in chatty Gemini. There's flirty energy in the air, but it's light and skimmable. Don't take things too seriously. Uh, that comes tomorrow. So forecast gentle skies, romantic haze, last call for breezy flirtations. And then Friday, June 6th, Venus in Taurus enters the chat. So Venus enters her home sign, and suddenly we all want good food, stable love, and a nap under a weighted blanket.
I mean, that's what I want every day. I'm just going to be honest. And I did take a nap under my weighted blanket this week. I was like, I just want my weighted blanket.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
And I
Friday,
watched and
that
I
total
watched
vibe.
Mama's Family, and it was great.
Yeah, well, maybe again on Friday. All you need to do is slow down and savor it. Let things feel nice for once.
Yeah.
Forecast lush fields, sensual breeze. Treat yourself, but don't overspend.
Okay.
And then Saturday, June 7th, cracks in the calm.
Oh, here it comes.
Yep, as Mercury approaches Jupiter, words get louder and bigger. People may over-explain, overshare, or overpromise. Listen, but don't get swept up in the performance. It will be partly cloudy with big opinions, sound and fury, maybe a group chat meltdown. So,
Oh, not a group chat meltdown.
let's hope
Oh.
not. Yeah, maybe just try to go
Oh,
silent.
oh
And
snap.
then lastly, Sunday, June 8th, double trouble day. So, morning, Mercury conjuncts Jupiter, ideas fly, inspiration hits, and your brain feels like it's had 5 espressos.
Oh, I need that.
But then by the evening, Mercury slides into Cancer, and
Okay.
suddenly those ideas, well, they hit right in the feels. So the forecast morning will be clear skies and high volume, and then your evening will be fog rolls in with emotional undercurrents. So pull out the memory box.
Yeah, that's so Cancer.
And that's your week.
So Cancer. Yeah, and I'm not sick of Mercury, okay? We need
Yeah,
to talk about Mercury. Ugh,
Mercury.
always bringing drama.
Like, yeah, like none of the other planets fuck with people constantly. Like, come on.
No,
You're
I
not
don't
even the
think
freaking sun. Like, shut up, Mercury. You weren't
Mercury's
invited to the
getting on my
party.
nerves. I know. It's like read the room.
Like, fucking
Mm,
Mercury.
I know. I feel like Mercury's been real bad for the last, I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah, like, is there an asteroid heading your way? Because there needs to be.
We're over
Fuck
it.
you,
We're
Mercury.
lucky. Yeah, that's what we have to say about it.
Well, anyway,
Well,
now back to you.
back to me. So, guys, we have a first ever today on our show. So we're kicking off we're gonna do a story from every state. So we're starting today with Alabama, and I have such a good one for you guys, and I can't wait. So I have entitled this School Spirits, The Haunting of Montevallo, which is a university in Alabama that I have never heard of, but we're gonna learn all about it today, and I kind of want to go. It sounds fun.
All
So
right.
here we go. What's scarier than college debt? Try ghostly Confederate soldiers, pianos that play by themselves, and a woman in white who never got the graduation memo. Welcome to the Haunted University of Montevallo.
Okay.
I'm kind of like, I wish I went to school here. I mean,
And
So
youngins, yeah, the student debt's way scarier than that, just let me tell you.
that's what yeah, I'm like, I'll take my chances with the ghost any day than that college debt.
Hell,
So welcome to the creepiest college in Alabama. So I don't know about you guys. Sometimes old universities have a little haunting chill to them. But there's something about college campuses after dark, right, that sometimes can really make you feel a little off. Like we live at Medill as alumni of Winthrop University, and it's got a little eerie feel to it. Like I think a lot of the southern universities, especially, have to them. So because I don't know if y'all have heard of that thing called the Civil War that the South just can't ever seem to let go of. A lot of universities are named after Civil War folks, and there's some like a lot of Civil War hauntings that happen around universities. So yes, let's get to it. So we're going to the actual town. It's called Montevallo, Alabama, and it's going to be about 35 miles south of Birmingham in Shelby County.
oh
And the
wow. This is like the
city,
middle of nowhere.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The University of Montevallo's mascot is Freddie the Falcon. Super cute guy.
Ready.
So he represents the school's athletic teams, which are known as the Falcons, and the official colors are purple and gold. So the nickname Falcons was adopted in 1959 following a student led initiative to select a new team name. In 1967, the Delta Social Club gifted the university a real falcon that was named Ace. And Ace served as the school's live mascot until his passing in 1970, and he is actually buried on campus. So
Wow.
there you go. So today, Freddie the Falcon is a costume character who actively participates in the university events. So he's a pretty fun guy. He's this week's clue. So
Okay.
you'll get to see him. So let's kind of set the scene of this university. So you're in this quaint southern town, You've got like the brick pathways, the old beautiful trees, and this college is actually known for arts and history. So that's kind of what it's famous for. It was founded in 1896 as an Alabama's all-girls school, but it was an industrial school for girls,
Mm.
and then it eventually changed over the years and became co-ed.
I was about to
And
say liberal arts at that time in the South, and then
yeah,
I'm like, oh, but
definitely.
it's
No.
older. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. And it was industrial. So they probably learned to weave and do all that stuff for a
I
factory.
see.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So locals and alumni speak of hauntings as it's just a part of the vibe. Like they're just like, yeah, it's what?
It's a part of the building.
It's what it is. So we're gonna break it down into the most haunted places on the campus. So we're gonna start with the ghost of Reynolds Hall. Now, Reynolds Hall is where our Civil War ghosts are sometimes seen. So it's kind of one of those places where you've got the creaky floors, and this is where this piano just plays by itself, which
Okay.
I think is so cool. So this hall was built in the mid 1800s during the Civil War, and it was allegedly used as a hospital.
Of
So
course.
hence, yeah, where we get a lot of creepy activity. So there is a legend of a fella named Edmund, who was, of course, a Confederate soldier that died from his wounds in the building. And people say that they hear heavy boots, they've seen shadows move across the stage, and of course, this piano playing alone at night, which I think that would be the coolest thing to see. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would love to investigate that.
I would too. So, paranormal investigators actually one time tried to spend the night here in this hall. They did like a lockdown. But they actually left before midnight because they said they just felt this overwhelming sense of dread and their equipment just kept failing. So they were like, peace out, we're done. These paranormal investigators, if you're listening, would be more than happy to spend the night and see what's
Yeah,
up.
we'll stay the whole night.
We'll stay the whole night.
There's nothing that's gonna kick me out of there.
Listen, if you listen to our episode on our church and how we were raised, like we got this. Like it's fine.
Ghost.
We're not going anywhere.
Ghost.
We're definitely not going
No,
anywhere.
no, we're not going
I was like,
anywhere.
this sounds like a lovely night, Adele. You want to go spend the night and
Yeah, I
listen to
wonder. I wonder
Grace?
if it takes requests.
I don't know. We can find out. You know Leonard Skinner?
Freebird, it's appropriate for your school.
Bird is definitely appropriate. So if anyone's listening that has connections, we have equipment and we will go.
Yeah,
We'll go.
we can
So
do it.
yeah, we could do it. Do you guys have Bojangles in Alabama? I'm pretty
I
sure
bet they do.
So we're definitely in. So here are some accounts of people that have experienced some activity there at Reynolds Hall. So former theater students have said that over the decades, like this is just not recent, like just decades and decades, that they've heard this piano. Like, so this piano play mysteriously is like a thing. It's like everybody has, so many people have experienced, they know about it, whatever. But apparently they say it only happens at night when the building is empty.
Then
We'll
how
be
would
the
I
judge.
know?
I know, right?
There's no
So
witness.
it's not empty.
So it doesn't make
Really
any
not
sense.
empty. So, but one student said the tune, I guess maybe one student was there when he wasn't supposed to be, but he said that the tune was melancholy and slow and stopped the moment they opened the door to the recital hall.
Okay.
I don't know. So, a former drama professor, unnamed, but mentioned in a regional ghost book, said that he locked up one night and heard someone whisper, "Wait," behind him. He turned around and no one was there.
Hmm. I don't
A
know.
drama, I don't know. A drama student in the 1980s reportedly left her rehearsal one night and swore she heard someone whisper her name from the orchestra pit, but no one was there.
That I don't like it when people like say your name. I think that's creepy.
That's creepy.
Or like something identifiable. I think that would be
Yeah. I'm like, that seems like a human thing to me.
Right? I would be like, oh my God, it's a
Personally,
stalker.
I would be like, oh my God, it's a human. I'm out. Like, I would be running so fast from the
And
human.
I almost said something about that at the beginning when it's like, when you were saying how college campuses at night have like a creepy vibe. I'm like, because there's, I hate to say it, a bunch of prey, just these young people that creepy people are drawn to so they can do bad things to them.
I mean,
So,
that's why I'm here for the ghosts.
yeah, I'd much rather it be a ghost.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. Well, you're not gonna like this one. One professor claims she felt a hand brush her shoulder when locking up, only to turn around to an empty room. And see, in my mind, I'm thinking some creepy person. Like,
Yeah, like
that's what's
filling
coming
you
to my mind.
up. Like,
But I would be, I mean, I would be more than happy. Like, I am not a concert pianist, but if the ghost is playing a sad kind of Civil War song at midnight, I'm there for it. Like, I'm there.
yeah. I like what is it's like it's just playing music.
Yeah.
Like it's not
I
doing
think it
anything.
sounds lovely.
Yeah. I
And
would
I'm
like
gonna
the
tell you
experience.
what, if there's some creepy ass man in there, I'm getting the fuck out.
Right.
I'm
You know how
out.
the investigators like use thermal imaging cameras to check
Right.
body heat? I'm like, I just want to use that to make sure there's no person here. I'm not gonna look for
Clear.
cold spots. I'm just like, okay, cool. There's no living people here.
Yeah,
We're
just us.
good.
We're good. Like we see something on the camera and people are watching thinking, oh God, they finally captured this ghost. Just like, oh my God, it's a person.
It's the janitor. Ah!
We're done.
You don't even
Yeah.
go here.
Yeah, that would be us. All right. Next haunted spot. Now this is called King House. And this is where the woman in white haunts. So there's always one, right? There's always a woman
A
in
woman
white
in white.
floating by windows, trapped in time where no one shows up. And of course, we have one on this university.
Of course.
So the King House is the oldest house on campus, and it used to be the president's residence. So there have been multiple reports of a woman seen staring from the upstairs window. Doors apparently open on their own, lights flicker even when the power is solid, and campus staff say they avoid being there alone after sunset. Now,
But
legend had
no, I avoid being at work after sunset too, just because I don't want to be there that fucking late. Like, what do you mean?
well, I guess hauntings can't happen during the day. I
Yeah,
bet.
I don't think anybody wants to be there after sunset working.
Well, I mean, that's a good excuse to use if you work at King's house, but
Oh yeah, I
I
don't work
can't,
there that late. I can't do the night
can't.
shift.
I'm too scared.
I'm too scared it's haunted.
Yeah.
I don't want to go drink with my friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, it's not that. I mean, it's not that at all. I've seen this ghost, you see.
Mm-hmm. Get it?
Now, legend has it that apparently this lady in white lost her child in the home in the early 1900s. And so her mourning turned to madness, and she's there even in the afterlife searching for this child. That's the legend. Now, speaking of maintenance workers, one maintenance worker swore he saw her glide down the main stairs, then disappear. And
Like
another,
the glide down, like she
yeah,
floated down or like
yeah,
rode the
floated down.
banister down.
That would have been funny. Like, woo! I'm
I found the
seeing the
baby. Bye.
And that's when the hours changed to dusk to dawn. we're closed during those hours. So a staff member once left her keys on the kitchen counter. She came back 10 minutes later and found them in a locked china cabinet. Now I'm thinking somebody could have just seen them, like, oh, I'm just gonna put these keys up.
Like lost and
I
found.
lost them. Yeah, but
And
she says no. She was the only one. No one else was there. Someone picked them up and put them in the china cabinet.
why did okay?
I
This
don't know.
this is a place where students live, or is this like
I think this is just like
a museum kind
it
of
used to be
section?
like the president's residence. So I think it's probably a place where they just have like
Like you can kind of
lectures maybe,
tour.
or like banquets or something, possibly.
Okay, maybe
Like one of those
like
pretty
a
old houses.
special hall for
Events.
special events
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. So now this is amazing, and I would have loved to have gotten in on this. But a group of students in the early 2000s held a seance in the parlor and heard banging from inside the walls.
I there I'm sorry, it's just if it had been me overhearing that, I would have fucked with them too. If somebody did that.
Oh, no, you would have been like, if you're stuck in the king house because of a man, blink twice, and I'm gonna bust you out. That's what you would say. You're like, you're fine with the ghost, honey. Is there a guy there? I'm coming. On my way. All right. So apparently the dorms are also haunted. So if you think your roommate was bad, try sharing a dorm with someone who's been dead for 150 years.
I think I would have still rather had the ghost
Yeah,
than
yeah,
the
you
one
should
of my
have.
roommates in
Yeah, for
particular.
real. Well, I basically was your roommate because I would never leave.
Well, that's true.
I mean,
That's
I was
true.
there a lot.
I mean, that one roommate had the mindset of someone from 150 years ago, so same difference.
Good difference. You're like, I basically have done this. It's
Yeah.
fine. So, one girl says that she woke up to find all her posters were torn down and the room was locked. I'm thinking that's very human.
I think if somebody was either being mean or playing a joke, I don't
That's what I'm
know.
thinking. It's like, yeah, I wonder what posters they were,
I wonder
though.
what year that was, did they say?
They didn't say. They
I
didn't
wonder if
say.
it was like, I don't know, like emo bands or something.
Like Marilyn Manson.
Like Avril Lavigne sucks, ripping up her shit.
These posters down. Lock you out. I hate you. Oh, so a student in the main hall said that her mirror would fog up with the words "Get out," and every week it would happen every week before finals.
I mean, that's a good excuse to get an extension on your. That's convenient, is
Now
what that is.
this is creepy, is what this is. The bathrooms. So you'd be in the bathroom, right, and it would lock. Like you get locked in the bathroom and no one would be there.
Okay.
They lock from the inside, right? And so it was just like locked. And
You can't go into your own bathroom because it
I
would lock
don't
from the
know. It was
inside?
just locked. Yes. I don't
Oh, that would kind of tick me off. That would be so mean if you really had to go.
know.
It's like,
Yeah, like pooped yourself. Yes. Or
okay.
you're fucked up because of drinking too much. Yes. Yes. Now, one girl said that she saw a glowing figure behind her in her selfie. She transferred the next semester. In the main hall, another bathroom incident. So a bathroom reportedly locks itself randomly from the inside, okay? And a maintenance worker had to remove the doorknob entirely to access the room, and no one was inside it.
But once the
So
doorknob was
somebody,
removed,
like,
it was
is there
fine.
a way they could like lock it from the inside? Is there a window or something someone escaped in? Or I don't know, but they said that it was locked from the inside.
I don't know. I would.
I don't know.
Okay, like whatever. I'm not denying that it happened. I'm denying that it might be paranormal.
I don't know. I don't know. They're like, no one is using this bathroom anymore. I've had it.
These pipes need a break. You keep flushing tampons.
We've told, there's the sign.
Told you these old
Old
pipes can't handle
pipes.
that.
So a student also recounted hearing humming in the shower when she was the only one in the suite. She chalked it up to pipes until the tune repeated exactly 3 nights in a row. Don't like that.
Well, just the hearing anything when you're in a vulnerable state, like being naked in the shower, I think is already like, oh fuck.
No, I don't want to go this way. I don't have to fight someone naked.
Right? Because it's like,
Don't.
what do I punch him or do I cover myself up? Like, I don't know what to do.
Gee, with those, like, yeah, like, what? It's just for, like, excuse me. Can I at least put my underwear on real quick
Or you
before
just
I
like wrap yourself up in the shower curtain, like, can you please get out of here?
do? Yeah, that's a very awkward predicament to be
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Hmm.
In 2011, a student claimed to have video of her closet door opening by itself around 3 a.m. That's right, every night for 1 week. The footage was later deleted after trolls mocked her online, but friends verified the story.
Uh-uh. I would love to see some of the comments.
I know. All right, so let's talk about this. Like, why do we have so many incidents happening here on this campus? Like, what's the trauma here? So, like we said, I mean, residual
I
energy from
I
traumatic
think I know
events
what
in
it
the Civil
is.
War.
America was
Butthead
built on an
kids,
Indian burial ground.
eh, very much so. Another discussion is that there are thin veils in old buildings, especially ones that have layers of grief or change. So you're thinking, one of these places was a hospital during a very traumatic time. Yeah, that could definitely be some layers of grief there. And Adele, you nailed it. Could it actually be the land? Because I mean, are there nearby cemeteries and native land that this was all built on and just completely ignored? And so like we're saying, oh yeah, it's a Civil War ghost, but could it have actually been that like the original landowners were kicked off of this land and displaced?
Yeah.
Could be. Could be. Sometimes I think that we're really bad in our community saying, "Oh, the Civil War happened here," and yes, that was very very tragic. And I'm not saying it wasn't, but we forget there's a whole nother years of horrific things that happened
Well, and the
prior
fact that
to that.
we're a country young enough to just have the Civil War. Other countries
Yeah,
are like, which one?
which one? We don't know. But paranormal researchers call Montevallo a hotspot for activity. Um, So I mean, I'm there. I want to go. And of course, I have to lean into this. The university leans on it. Like they lean onto like they really lean into the haunted reputation. So every October, they host a sanctioned ghost walk where students and staff share supernatural lore, which I think sounds so
So
fun.
fun.
So they have the past flyers and local news blurbs have highlighted Reynolds Hall, the King House as the two most active spots. And then the university rarely debunks anything. They say that they honor the spirits. They're there for it. So they really lean into it. So I would definitely go and I would spend the night. What about you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I would attend some classes. Sure. Let's do it.
Me too.
But
I mean,
it does kind of make me think of some other theories I've heard though, where people, I think it's usually like teenagers more so, where they're more prone to like psychic kind of energy or can even attract like poltergeist type activity.
really? I've heard of
But
children, but not like teens.
yeah, I've even heard especially like teen girls. And I'm like,
Wow.
this place is just full of teen girls, essentially, even though a lot of them are in their early, you're still
They're
closer to
still
being a teen.
babies. Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
probably still your frontal lobe still is not developed. Like, so I don't know. It could be that, or it could just be a cesspool of creepers also knowing a lot of young girls are at this school.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to go, because I mean, the pictures, like it looks lovely. And I have to, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, ghosts don't really scare me, but if I'm having to do a group project, now that I don't want to do. I don't want to do a group project, but I'll go do a lockup.
I'll do a group project with some ghosts.
Yeah,
Let me pick
yes.
my partner. I want the ghost.
Yeah. So, in short, my Stormy Willows reflection here, hauntings aren't always about the dead. Sometimes they're about what we haven't let go of. Grief, change, history. College is already emotional enough, and a ghost with a dramatic flair, and suddenly you've got yourself a Southern Gothic nightmare. And I am there for it.
Sounds pretty cool.
I love it. And
Yeah,
that is
that's
the
cool.
story. I've never heard of this place in Alabama.
Mm-mm.
But the pictures of the campus look really nice. It looks like a very beautiful campus.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll have
Yeah,
to
so go Falcons.
go Falcons. So I guess this school has spirit, is what we're saying.
We're saying Falcons got the most spirit. Falcons got the most spirit.
They,
Literally the most spirit. They got spirit. Yes, they do. They got spirit. How about you?
I don't.
Come on, Adele. Nope.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never heard of that school or the ghosts. I don't really know a lot about Alabama in general.
I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, and maybe you do this, but I'm thinking like all those college brochures, like I hope that theirs like really leans into the ghost on like that front cover because if going back looking at all the colleges, like that would definitely catch my eye. I'm like, is that a haunted
I'm gonna go
ghost?
to the Harry Potter school.
There. I'm like, why are you going there? Why are you going out of state? Hello, it's the most haunted school in the country.
I'm just
What are
I'm
you
just
majoring in? Don't worry about that. Just go have, you're gonna have fun anyway if you're that age. So just go. Go to the
I
fun
mean,
school.
I think this school needs to expand into a parapsychology program.
Now that would be
You already have the stuff to study. Go for it.
do it. I think that'd be awesome.
Just nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
And if you wanted to
Might
name a
be a good
hall
idea.
Stormy, if you wanted to name one of the halls Stormy Willow for the idea, we'd be more than happy. I'm sure Bojangles would cater. Um,
We can be alumni. I mean teachers. Are you looking for
I would
people to
be
teach the
glad
class?
to. Absolutely. We come at very affordable rates.
It can come with a lab, so it can count for
Yes,
some of those credits, like field studies.
I'm in.
So just throwing it right out there.
Well,
Well, I
that's
guess on that note,
great.
should we spin the wheel?
It's time to spin the wheel.
See what the heck we're gonna cover next week.
Yes.
All right. So we have Alaska as our new state on there,
Oh, yeah.
as well as our other topics. So let's see what the heck I'll be covering next week. Okay, let's
It's
see.
exciting having the states. Something a little different. You'll have to tell us how you like it. Oh,
Oh, I got presenter's choice.
sometimes that's the hardest one of all.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
There's just so
Okay.
many.
I'll
So
I'll
many.
come up with a cool topic to
I
cover
know you
next time.
will. I have faith in you.
Well, good. I'm glad somebody does.
I definitely do. So, as we say here on our paranormal podcast, stay safe out there
Stay curious.
and never trust the
For
living,
living, especially
especially if you're on
around
a
college
college campus.
campus. Yeah,
Be careful, kids.
that is not just some nice guy hanging out near the college campus,
No. No,
traveling
that's probably a
boots.
nice ghost, but not a
Yeah,
nice human.
seriously. Stay safe.
Absolutely. Bye, you guys.
Later, taters.